As the war draws down, young men and young women will return back to Loudoun County and the 3,144 other counties around our country. And they'll transition back from an environment that they've spent the last 10 years involved in, fighting for the freedom they believe in their own country and the freedom they believe everyone else should have. They believe what you have taught them about what's good and what's right. And so they volunteer. They all volunteer. They go forward, and over the years, they have seen many challenging things. They have lost brothers and sisters. And at times, they have been unable to protect those young girls and young boys. But some of these young men, they leave your homes at 18. They go to these places, they do their duty, and they come home. And they're wounded with either visible wounds or invisible wounds. And they need your help. If in every county across America there was a Boulder Crest, we would be well on our way to helping them be the productive American citizens they were born to be. You see, because they come from you, they come back to you. They come to be your church elders, your business leaders, your congressmen. They come to be fathers, dads, coaches, teachers. They are your future in America. This is the message from General Dempsey. We will keep faith with these young men and young women. We will do whatever we have to do to make them whole and make them the great Americans they're born to be. And in that, maybe we'll have the next greatest generation.
Hi, I'm Ken Falk, the chairman, founder of Boulder Crest Retreat for Wounded Warriors, and we're here today on the groundbreaking of the project. We have put quite a bit of effort into it up to this day, to include some of the infrastructure work, the roads, the power, drilled a well, the pond's almost done. But at the end of the day, today marks a great day and the way ahead for the project.
Staff Sergeant Timothy Brown, United States Marine Corps EOD. I was injured by an IED blast in 3 February 2011, and from there was immediately evac to Bethesda, what was then National Naval Military Medical Center, and I spent 2 months there inpatient before being transferred to Walter Reed Army Medical Center to begin rehab.
My name's Kat Causey. Sergeant First Class Aaron Causey, Army EOD, is my husband. He is a double above-the-knee amputee with hand issues and injuries as well. We have been at the Walter Reed Bethesda Military Medical Center since September of 2011, and we live at a hospital. And it's great, it's wonderful, but it doesn't feel good all the time. There's no way to relax there.
And having resorts like, retreats like this where you can kind of get out without necessarily taking a huge trip, weeks away from therapy or anything. You can just head out on a weekend. Will be pretty nice, especially it being so accessible will help guys who are still really early on in their rehab, or just gone through other surgeries and might not be able to really ambulate themselves fully. Having something like this that's accessible and that they can get to, that's so close, will be a boon to the morale and self-esteem of a lot of the injured guys.
The anxiety is constantly through the roof. You're constantly having to turn the dial up to 10 just to get through the day. And to know that there's a place that we can go and truly relax without having to be somewhere or do something, it's our structure, not somebody else's, would be such a relief. It would be such a blessing.
Part of the project out here is really focused on creating 4 cabins, a large meeting house, and a rural respite retreat for wounded warriors and their families to take short break stays from the outpatient status at Walter Reed Hospital, Bethesda. So we're very honored, very pleased to be able to serve our nation's warriors and the veterans and their families, and we look forward to having our first guest here at the retreat next May in 2013.
We're only given one chance in life to make a difference, and this is what it's about. Being able to build these buildings and to have these men and women to come down here to a special retreat close to home makes a great big difference. And we want to thank each and every one of you the sponsors, the supporters, the family members for standing up for what's right. We want to thank you. You know, the future right now is between each and every one of us here, making a difference, and that's what we have to do. Now, I know that I had met earlier a couple of the Vietnam veterans that were here, and sure that they weren't treated the way that they should have been. But you know what? We're here to give back now. From the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, the Coast Guard, from the Republicans, the Democrats, and undecided. At the end of the day, we all bleed the same way. So it doesn't matter today. We're one great big team. One team, one voice. May all your days be blue and your nights golden. Thanks again. Cool.
If in every county across America there was a Boulder Crest,